Peace. Welcome to my channel. Subscribe. It's Nattyisisyah. First of all, I'd like for you to join the website KingNobleUncensored.com. So basically, I want to talk about what the title is about, and that is some Black women who only care about Black women and Black children, Black families when it is convenient for them. And I've noticed that this is a reoccurring problem, in particular with Black African American women or Black women in America, Black women in the States. This is it's an epidemic, okay? And something, you know, it's possible that sisters don't realize what they're doing. It's possible that the sisters in America do not realize what they're doing, right? But the thing is that it needs to be brought to your attention, okay? You need to be called out for, you need to address this. I see this as a problem only, or especially when it comes to Black men who are actually doing something in the community, Black men who are gaining popularity, who have a quote unquote fan base, whether they have asked for it or not. You know, it has come with the territory. And so you may have women who either through jealousy, through envy of the other woman, through whatever the case may be, want to join the bandwagon of tearing the Black men down. Now, when you do this, or when they're doing this, I hear a lot of complaints about, you know, these sisters that continue to go and join this brother or that brother or the other, right? But why is it that these sisters are going to join this brother? Why is it that these sisters are going to join these men, right? Why aren't they going to assist an organization with another sister and, you know, dropping everything and going to live with them? Obviously, these people, in a lot of cases, it's not just sisters, it's men as well, male and female, had a strong urge and a strong desire to leave their workplace, to leave certain friends and family members behind, to leave the life that they knew. They could have been very successful in whatever the case it was that they were doing, right? But something inside of them, right, said, you know what, forget all of this, just go, right? So they get the urge, and, you know, they come across a Black man who is who cares, who's doing something in the community, who's trying, who has given up all of his worldly possessions, everything that he owned and had, and they're amongst each other. They're trying something new. They're trying to, you know, sort out what it is that this urge and this burning desire in them to want to walk away from it all is, right? Why is it that they're not going to these Black women organizations? Why are they not suffice enough? Why are they not good enough? Where are all these Black women organizations where people can just step out the matrix, right, and go and be a goddess all day? Where are these organizations at? You know, we hear a lot about the Black woman is God, and we hear a lot about the feminine, the divine feminine. We hear a lot about the sacred woman, you know, and I'm just saying in general. We hear a lot about these words are being thrown around, but there's really nowhere where, for example, I can go as a woman seeking, you know, more upliftment, enlightenment, just seeking sisterhood, just seeking whatever the case may be. I can't call up one of these sisters and be like, you know what, me and my 2,100 children is coming over to stay with you. Or, you know what, I can call them and be like, you know what, I ain't got no money, I ain't got no food, I ain't got no clothes, I ain't got nothing. You know, I want to come and just meditate. I just want to come and just be free. I just want to come and be out in nature with you. I want to come out and, you know, we could build and we can meditate and we could, no, it doesn't exist. But when you all see a brother that is trying to do something, just because you don't like him, right, your whole life becomes dedicated and devoted to tearing him down. And it's just so fake and it's just so phony, because you use the woman that they are with and you use the children that they may have as your excuse for why you're doing this. You say you're doing this for the children. You're doing this because you love the children. Before your sisters, you want to make sure the women are okay. Knowing damn well you do not give a damn about that sister or those children, because that sister may support that man through thick and thin, right? And obviously she has children with him. She's not trying to, you know, she might actually have some family values. She might actually have some some Black love values, right? But you want to deteriorate that and erode that with the most outlandish accusations, right? And the thing is here, the main underlying cause of this is that a lot of you sisters, you still believe in the white man's system. You still believe in the matrix. You know, you're comfortable. Everything is peachy cream with you. You are not the most vulnerable woman in society. You are not the most unprotected woman in society. The Black woman is not that. The Black woman is the most prized woman in this society, especially American society. She is the most protected, especially in America. She is the most worshiped, revered, right? The Black woman in America has nothing to worry about because in 2017, today, as we speak, the Black woman can run out into the streets and just say rape, 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 and point at any given Black man. And guess what? He's going to get his ass locked up, probably lynched, thrown under the bus, under the jail, right? And probably given, you know, 125-year sentence, double life sentence. Who cares? Who cares? Because the Black woman in America is you know, she's privileged. She has Black woman privilege. What about that? Let's talk about the Black woman privilege that sisters in America have. Okay, you got more privilege in some cases than the white woman has, right? Because if you just don't like a nigga, if you just don't like a Black brother, if you just don't like him, if the woman he with, if you don't like her, you can say some shit about the man she with and get his ass, you know, messed up. You don't have to, you don't even have to have any facts or evidence. You can run to another brother in the community and talk some shit. Let's be honest, okay? So the Black woman, especially the Black, I want to say even the Black conscious, so-called conscious woman, when you come into the so-called conscious community, whether you want to say that you're a part of it or not, whether you want to, you know, take on the title of being a goddess, all these things that they say about the Black woman or not, there is a certain energy, right, that is obviously floating around the so-called conscious community that if you can get your little self up into, right, you can harness some of that energy and you can channel it into certain directions that you want, right? When I come into this community, I thought I was going to see sisters just healing people left and right, just slinging healing oil and healing powers and just, you know, just healing chakras just lit up and just, you know, I don't know, just all love and joy and just peace and blessing. All I came in and heard was sisters downgrading me, sisters telling me about this and that, about that, and what kind of sister I am. I don't know these people from nowhere, right? And I see the same thing going on, but it's like now they just don't have any other sisters to attack, right? So it's falling back on the Black man because, you know, they'll attack the sisters that the man is with for a while, but they're really after that Black man. And I never used to understand it at first. At first I thought, okay, well, you know, maybe I'm just not kissing their ass enough, you know, but no, it's not about whether I kiss their ass enough. It's about the hatred for the Black man that these women in the so-called conscious community, just period, just Black women, period, just have for the Black man. And it's like, I see why it is. It's because you all don't want to take up that mantle. You don't want to step up into your power. And it's like, there's no limit to the amount of subscribers that a person can have. There's no limit to the amount of influence that you can have on somebody. There's no limit to the amount of spreading your message, right? It's social media. So if you don't like something that somebody else is doing, you can counteract that. And I need to pause this for 1 second so I can deal with this. So right, you can counteract anything that you see going on in the community. And that's, you know, what I use my platform to do when I have the time and when, you know, I'm able to. Since I've been in this so-called, I've seen people attacking Black women for breastfeeding out in public, by other Black women. I could see if it was black men and they just don't really understand. They don't have that bond. They don't have that connection. And, you know, we're already in a patriarchal society. So they just see the black woman out topless as something wrong. But no, I'm hearing this from sisters with afro, sisters with locks, sisters with dashiki, sisters with crystals and ankhs and you know, pyramid jewelry and pharaoh and goddess and god tattoos all over their body, have a problem with a black woman doing something that is very natural outside in nature. That's why I made that video that I did. But now I'm hearing that it is wrong for your child to play with your breasts. And I want to know, if you are a woman who has breastfed, if you are a woman who has children that have suckled and nursed on your breast, please tell me how it is that your child just never, for one, thought that your breast was something to play with, that it was not something comforting, that it was not a toy, that, you know, how do you teach a young baby shame? How do you teach a young baby to be ashamed of that which is feeding it? So, you know, these are the type of messages that are being put out in the community. And I can't even just say it's the conscious community, because these people say they're not a part of the conscious community, but you're still a part of the matrix, obviously. But, you know, you're still putting this message out there. So it's like, I want to know, are you thinking about the things that you're saying, right? Are you thinking about how you are affecting these so-called children that you say that you're here to protect? Right. And I really want to say is that it's funny how, again, how nobody wants to protect these children from the black woman's breast unless they're attacking the black man. These, you know, some of these things, you all will save these videos, you'll save them for a year, 2 years later down the road, and then you'll act as though you're really mad, knowing you had this video on your hard drive for 9 months, 8 months, a year, right? So it's like, how do we overlook the blatant attack on the black man? How do we overlook that? Especially when you're reaching to go as far as to attack a black woman nursing her child and the child playing with the breast. It's like, where are we as a so-called race of people who really want to get up out of our problems and out of our situation? At what point, if everything that everybody is saying is so right, if all these self-righteous people, if everything you're saying is so right, why is there so much wrong going on in the world? Why aren't you, you know, why aren't you implementing these rules and these regulations and all these things that are supposed to be there to help everybody? If everything's so right and what you're doing is so right, then there wouldn't be so much wrong, right? And it's like, when you do things like this, when you say things like this, you would cause us to respect the people, these black men that you hate even more. And I'm just gonna be, I'm gonna call names now. When you say things about Nature Boy, like I watched this one sister, she made a video talking about Nature Boy and something about him wanting to be nude in front of his child. So this is why he doesn't allow children, because he started to see his child become ashamed of his own natural body. But it's like, when I listen to him say these things, it's like I kind of gained a newer respect for Nature Boy, because I see where he's coming from. He's being honest. He wants to be pure. He wants to be that pure-hearted being. He really wants to be, in some senses, right? But it's like, if you keep on pushing a man into a corner, he's going to snap back. So, you know, in some cases, that's why you may be seeing some of the response and reaction out of him, because it's like people keep on poking and prodding people and just won't let them be. And when they go off into freaking onto the other side of the world, and they're like, okay, well, you know, this is how I'm doing it. You all can do it too. You still attack. And it's like, you don't just attack. You wait until the man fall, or until it look like he's falling. Then you want to throw him under the bus. And if that wasn't good enough, you want to throw him under the prison. And then when you find out he come out, now you trying to get that man like killed and murdered. Like, are you serious? You accuse somebody of being a pedophile, you basically are saying you want to kill them, as far as the black community goes, right? So it's like, do you respect your master or not? Because you're going by the white man's regulations when you throw around these words, pedophile and everything. You're going by the white man's rules, right? But if the white man ain't locking him up, if the white man let him go, what are you to still say? Why are you still trying to dig up dirt and trying to still destroy people, right? Where is your nature girl camp? You get me? Where is your we self-righteous nation? Where is it? Or is it just a red, white, and blue? Is that all you have for people? Is that all you have for people? Some red, white, and blue with an ankh. Some red, white, and blue with a cross. Because that's what it's seeming like. So it's like, when I see a lot of these sisters just, really trying to attack the brothers, all I can see is just sisters who have nothing to offer. You have nothing to offer other than shame and degradation, and then just continue with the same old, same old. And you're doing this because you don't want this system to fall. You don't want this system to collapse. And another thing too is that by attacking these black men, it's strategic. It's not just by accident. It's not just, oh, you know what, these black men done slipped up and said something that they weren't supposed to say and I got it on camera. No, what it is too is like it's still a feminist agenda. It's still a feminist attack. So it's like you have to try to one up the black man, right? You have to try to be like, oh, look, I got this over you, right? And that's what a lot of these sisters are doing, right? They're doing this, but it's like you can go to these sisters for nothing. You can't go to these sisters for nothing. If I need a bag of rice, I can't go to these sisters for a bag of rice. You want to know why? Because they got a black man. So I can't go to these sisters for a bag of rice. I can't go to them for ice. I can't go to them for ice. These sisters will flat out tell you that if you want to continue to be friends with me, you have to leave that man. The man ain't did nothing to them. The man ain't did nothing to their children. The man ain't did nothing to their family members. The man ain't did nothing to me. The man ain't did nothing to my children. But if I want to be friends with this sister, I need to leave my man, only to probably find out that she's gonna go and meet with him. No. So it's a lot of hypocrites, right? A lot of hypocrites, and a lot of people that's just saying anything. Stop it. Pause. Come get him. This light don't do live. They got too much going on. Right. So it's like you come to find out you can't even get a you can get a sister to help you for nothing. If you not denouncing the black man, you are on your own, sister. And that is basically what I have learned through dealing with Black American women. That's what I've learned. It's a shame, it's sad. And I want to say too, it's like even with situations of extreme cases, it's like we don't, other races, other nations of people, Black people do not throw the black men under the bus like the Black American woman does. I think some Black American women, I think a lot of you need to travel. I think a lot of you need to start making friends with Black women of other nationalities, other races, other upcomings, other experiences, right? You need to stop just listening to the news. You need to stop just perpetuating these scary black man rhetorics that you got going on. A lot of it is like, and it's like a lot of it's not even real. I could see if you were really concerned about a particular individual, harming a particular individual based on a factual experience or situation or circumstance. But a lot of it is just, you know, YouTube hype and YouTube fame and popularity, and it's like it's so blatant and it's so plain. So I don't want to make this message too long, but that was brought to my attention. You know, a sister talking about, you know, she tried to tie in the whole nature boy wanting to be naked and free out there in Costa Rica as to why he doesn't allow children. It's like, now I see why he doesn't allow children. So you're really helping me. You're helping the people who it's like, and then it's like, these are the same people who will attack him and attack the black man. You know, it's not just nature boy, but you will attack him for not for doing one thing, right? But then you attack him for the other. So for example, you attack him for not allowing children to be down there in Costa Rica with him. But then when you find out why, you're attacking him for the why. And it's like, Only black people do this to each other. It's like it's so disgusting, because it's like you have other races of people who they want to be out in nature, right? And it's not just on a weekend thing, right? They want to go out there and they want to live out there in the mountains and woods by themselves, you know, whether it's butt naked or not. And their people will, like, there's a place for them. There's a place in their people's hearts. There's a place in their people's consciousness where it says, okay, some of our people want to do this, some of our people want to do that, some of our people, no. In America, for black people, it's no, we all got to do this, all or nothing. Are you serious? Are you serious? Everybody has to have this matrix mentality. So it's like black people are becoming the real face of the matrix. But the matrix is running on default based on a lot of what the black woman is doing. You support this, you keep this running. This thing could all end if black woman today decided no more of this. If you all stop doing stuff like, you know, we see how much money black women spend with the hair industry, the nail industry. Let's not even talk about the food industry, the type of food that black women are buying, the type of even the sanitary products that you need, the soaps, the lotions, the pads, the deodorants. You're funding all this stuff because some of you are buying 2, 3 because you hate yourself, some of you, so much that if you gotta smell like a fruit basket. You gotta have a watermelon deodorant, you gotta have a lemon and lime hair shampoo, you gotta have, you know, pads that smell like this and that and the other. It's like you can't just accept yourself. So look how much of that we're contributing to, right? And you want to tell me that if some nobody out in the middle of fucking nowhere wants to go out and live out in the middle of nowhere, that you're going to have a problem with him going out and living in the middle of nowhere just because he puts this thing on live, just because he makes a video or recording about it? It's like, we need to get our priorities changed. My suggestion would be is for black women to, at least, if you say you care about these black women so much, make a video every day showing how much you're helping the black woman that you're protecting from the black man. But you can't do that because it's not that serious. It's not that serious. And because if it was, you'd be doing that. Would you? Why not? Why aren't you doing it? So it's like, stop with just the fake hype. And it's like, you really make it, for people who've really been through stuff, not only do you make it like you make light of what they've really been through, it's like, even for people who've been through this stuff, it's like they have to start making light of it. Well, if you think this shit a joke and just for popularity, fame, and fortune, it couldn't be that bad. Because it ain't, you know, you're just using this to get some views. Shit, maybe I can get some damn subscribers too and actually use this to actually help somebody, to actually do something. Since I've actually been through it, maybe I could actually, you know, offer my insight and my input. You know, other than that, it's just, you know, who's watching. So that's what it comes down to, is, you know, for fame and popularity. It's like, we are wasting time when we do stuff like this, because if you really have something to offer, that should be pretty much what you're putting out there, not just tearing down one particular black man idea. It's like every black man who's really trying to do something got like those 1 or 2 people die hard. Like, they ain't got nothing else to do. They ain't got nothing else to do but attack. But, and it's like, they got potential. You have potential. You can really be something, but I don't know what it is. It's like, it seems like people just think that, you know, in order to come up, in order for their message to be heard, that you really have to go in and you really have to attack people. And it's like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do it. Like, if you really were to, especially with social media, if you really were to understand social media, and if you really cared about people, you wouldn't have to do that. You wouldn't have to do it. You put your information out there. Sure, it could be a little controversial. Sure, you know, it could be a little shock and awe, but it's like, at the end of the day, if you're not really offering something that helps people, you're not doing nothing. You're part of the problem. So black women who are attacking black men when it's convenient, black women who are attacking who care about the black family when it's convenient, are only doing it when they're trying to destroy the black man. Otherwise, there would be more black woman groups where black women can run to with their children, per se, since you care about them so much, but they're non-existent. And I don't know, let me see. Maybe if I put the link in the description, maybe y'all can blow my my chat box up with all the different links to all the goddess groups. Let's see. You know, maybe I've just been on social media for too long. I overlooked all of this. Let me see if I can find some. But I've yet to see it, and I've been on social media for quite a while, and I know my way around on this thing. And I don't see nobody really inviting no sisters nowhere to help shield them from the wrath of the matrix or from the wickedness of the black man, or it's not existent. So if I'm working on getting the link up, or I don't know. I think you could still write your comments. I just need to get to the page where I can see it. Right? Where are these sister circles at? Where are these sister groups at that I don't gotta pay $199 for 3 days to join? Where are these sister groups where I ain't gotta sign up for a monthly subscription, right? To get back in tune with myself, with nature. Where are these groups at? Where I can just go for presumably free, and I could just be in tune. I could just be one. Tell me, for these sisters who are really being traumatized out here and really being hurt, who can they run to, if not the black man? I'm waiting, because when I see these sisters, they by themselves. They got husband. You don't never see their man. You don't never see their husband. They don't have a voice. But yet they're worried about whether the woman got a voice. But their man ain't got a goddamn voice. What is he doing? Sitting the fuck down, minding his business, not opening his mouth, not saying peep. And that's what we should look forward to. That's why we should leave our man, so we could sit down and we could watch how you keep your man in check and in the corner and under the covers, never to see the light of day, to have a word to say. Because if he speak out against you, we know what you gonna dial. We know what number you gonna call, and he know it too. So that's how it goes. You hold things over these men's head, and because you can do this with your man, you expect every sister to do the same thing with theirs. It's wrong. It's not, it's not how it's going to help. But if you look at other nationalities of black people, the men is very vocal. The sisters are very vocal themselves as well, right? But somehow it all works without them just completely tearing each other down. Somehow it all works. And if they say they're going to kill somebody, believe it, they going to get them. They're not going to play around, they're not going to play around. You all just play around. You just play with people's lives. You play with people's lives. So, I posted the link. I guess I didn't have to. That was just a link in case you want to join the live stream. But I'm waiting. I don't see nothing. Where's Sister Circle number 1, Sister Circle number 2, Sister Circle? Please, where's Rescue Me? Where's Rescue Sister? Where's Saber Sister? Where's Saber Goddess? Oh, yeah, I forgot. She's supposed to be a goddess, so she's supposed to help herself, right? She's supposed to get her stuff in order. She's just not supposed to have no God, no black God with her. I'm waiting. I don't see nothing. Hold on. I don't see, does anybody know a sister group right now that I can go to with my children with no money, no clothes, no food, nothing to offer them, and they're just going to help me and take me in, and they're not going to kick me out? Please, I want to know, why shouldn't I join these black men cults that you say are cults? Why shouldn't I join them? I'm speaking loud because maybe somebody can't hear me. Maybe somebody in behind you will hear. I see somebody just came off the chat, but maybe somebody else will hear. Where are these black woman groups that can save me from the black man who is saving me from the white man? Where are they? Do they exist? Going once, going twice. I don't see nobody typing. I don't know. Maybe we need to share the video. Hold on. Let's try this. Let's try sharing the video about how I need help from the black man who wants to save me and him and my child from the white man. Let's see. Because I've been on here too long. I know how to use hashtags. I know how to search on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I know how to do all the searches. I have not seen no sister groups. All I see is how to buy this natural hair product, how to put on false nails, false hair, where to buy wooden earrings, where I can go get yarn locks, faux locks, where I can buy some African clothes, the shikis from. I don't see anybody that has any. There's no healing circles. There's no just, we meet up. There's no come one, come all. It's none of that. Only the black man has stood up to help us. You sisters tell us some shit about some aliens in the sky while being a lesbian, about how much what we do is so wrong and the only thing that's right is what is by the law and how we should get a passport. These old sisters telling everybody you get a passport and just do what the white man say, and if the white man tell you to bend over, do a squat. Do a squat for him. That's all y'all got to say. Y'all don't have nothing for us. Old sisters, young sisters, new sisters. Nothing for the black woman. Nothing for the black man. Nothing for the black woman. Nothing for the black child. Ain't got nothing. You can show me how to put on some makeup. I guess I'm supposed to teach my son how to put on makeup, and that's supposed to liberate him. So that's all y'all have. Y'all don't have nothing. So I don't want to hear anybody attacking these black men, bringing up videos out of context about facts and reality and how people are viewing what's going on in life, so that you can be more aware of what's really going on, so that you can basically make sense out of the nonsense. Sisters is not even being intellectual. You're being highly emotional. I see a lot of emotional videos from sisters where they could have been highly intellectual, but it's just pure emotion. So let me see. Okay. So I'm just trying to share this right now to see. Because, if I want help from a black woman, I got to be an independent black woman. It's basically what's happening. And that's part of the feminine movement. It has to keep itself perpetuated. So it's a self-perpetuating movement. It's attack the black woman, attack that supports the black man, and attack the black men, so the black feminists can get more numbers. They can gain popularity so that they can continue to sustain their independence. Otherwise, how are you going to be a independent black woman if you are not keeping your numbers up, and if you're not continuing to attack black men for being black men? So, that's all I see is people. It's just this weird ass number game, and it's like you get these subscribers, you get these followers. You say you have all, you're not doing this for views and you're not doing this for popularity, but you get all these numbers and everything, and it's like, what do you do with these people? You don't do nothing with them. So it's like just wasting time or just speaking just to hear yourself speak, just to say what everybody else is saying. Everybody else is saying the same thing you're saying, so you really don't need to say it. You really don't. It just becomes rhetoric after that point. So it's like, I don't want to hear nothing really that anybody else is saying that everybody else is saying. Like, because I could think of these thoughts on my own. I could turn the TV on, and the white man, that's the message that he's sending on the front layer. Now behind that, the white man is still even a little more liberal than a lot of black women. The white man will allow black men to get away with more than black women will get away with. And when I think about things like this, it's like I could see how even these black women who are saying that we used to be the rulers and the leaders and this stuff in the world, I could see how the black woman fell, is because if this is what the black woman was, you became too strict and you became carnal. You became carnal because you saw the reflection of yourself, right, in a different form, and you started to judge. When you were just looking at another woman doing what other women do with other, you breastfeeding and the child playing with the mother's breast, it was okay. But then you had a man and you're like, oh, whoa, hold on, whoa, I don't want my son seeing that nakedness. I don't want, you get me? So it was like the black woman would have first had to become this judgmental figure before you could even start to talk about patriarchy. Before you could start talking about patriarchy, you have to talk about this matriarchy, this self-hating matriarchy. Because that's what it is right now. What we see going on right now has been going on for a long time. So if you hear a man talking about, you know what, I just want to be free, I just want to be pure, I'm not ashamed of my body. Claims it is. But yeah, when you hear somebody, people wanting to get away, it's like, it's like we get to a point where it's like we're not just trying to get away from the white men anymore. Unfortunately, we have to try to get away from our own people. So, and it's like our own people who we haven't even met. It's one thing to say you getting away from your family members, but what if you're getting away from people you haven't met, and these people who you haven't met are trying to, trying to get you back? I'm not sure what this thing is trying to do. I'm gonna check and see if it is playing or not. It's recording. But yeah, so it's like, I hope people see through that, because it's like, if you don't have an alternative, if you don't have something for the people, then a lot of cases you really just need to shut up. You ain't got nothing to say. You don't have nothing. It's like, when you don't have an alternative. Okay, so I guess it's still recording. Then a lot of cases. So let me see, has anybody, I'm gonna start reading comments now. It's not showing that I'm live, but I guess I'm still live. So please please. Yeah, I know I have weak connection on this thing. If I was a Black American man, I probably would not want to date a Black American woman. You see, sisters, like, this is not what I'm really trying to go for, but like it gets to that point. If you all, sisters, you get mad when you hear brothers say this, right? Each of us should do one thing every day that helps Black and helps the movement. That's a fact. That's a So yeah, it's cutting me off. I'm just going to see if I come through on my phone so I can know if I am still live or not. Otherwise, I will end this. Let me just try one more time. See what's really going on. But yeah, you know, I just see that these people who are doing these things, it's like you're really, you end up doing more harm than good. Because if you pay attention, it's like now these attacks on Nature Boy, they were not coming out until he supposedly is expecting a child, that he's probably going to be in the life of that child potentially. You know, we all know Nature Boy can go either way with this thing, but it's like even if he goes either way with this thing, he probably won't be in the life of the child. We see him do it before, so it's like, why come out with these attacks? But it's like when you do this, you still